Mr. Mauga of this game. There isn't really any characters like Mauga, thankfully. I think one of the things this game does well is that I feel like the tanks in this game aren't really stat check heavy, right? One of the problems Overwatch had towards the latter years of the game is that almost all the tanks in the game were like turbo stat checky. And like stat checky tanks are like the most, like stat check heroes in general, but specifically stat check tanks like the worst fucking design shit ever. Like Mauga just walks in your face and there's just literally nothing you can do. Like he doesn't need to do anything special, he just exists in your face and kills you. Can't kill him because he's effectively immortal and he wins every 1v1 in the game. Horrible design character. I still think the biggest problem, one of the biggest problems they had is making it so tanks can headshot. It's such a bad design. Okay, so much inconsistency in their damage profiles. Like, rivals have fall into that rabbit hole in the future. I mean, probably not that specific. I mean, possibly. Like, the problem you have is that it's really hard to actually make like new characters that are actually unique. Like most of the good character designs go pretty early in the game's life cycle because it's like there's only so many that they have, right? But I hope that for me was the biggest thing I disliked about Overwatch 2. Was just like how miserable the experience of playing tank was and how miserable it was to play against the tank, right? Like when you play against the Mauga as a Doomfist, he literally just walks in your face with his 2 LMGs and just shoots you, and you literally cannot do anything. Like, you have to just run. You can't knock him away. You can never out-trade him, and he never dies because he's effectively immortal, right? He doesn't have to do anything. It's like, this game, it's like, who's the tankiest tank in this game? Like, who actually is the tankiest tank in this game? Like, that's a good question. I don't know, actually. Maybe Mag? I honestly don't know. But none of the tanks in this game are particularly tanky, but they can check you pretty well. Like, but the thing is that almost all the tanks in this game have a super consistent damage profile, right? Almost all the tanks in this game, like Magneto, has a consistent damage profile. Left click, right click, left click. It might do too much damage, but it's consistent, right? I mean in Rivals, right? Like the tanks feel situationally tanky, whereas in Overwatch, a lot of the tanks just felt like unkillable gods, like Roadhog post rework, Mauga, Ramatra to a degree, Orisa. Like these characters just didn't really do anything, and then they just also were just like insanely unkillable. So they just walk in your face and you can't do anything. So then what it leads to is basically just like everyone has to play tank shredders. And there was like a patch where, like, I think when I quit, where it's like everyone was playing shit like Reaper and like other tank shredders, and just it made playing a tank that wasn't stupidly overtuned and tanky unplayable, right? Because you were playing against like anti-tank heroes because they're assuming you're going to play Mauga or some shit, and you didn't play Mauga, you played Doomfist, and then you just get fucking destroyed because you're squishy as fuck. So for me, I think like Overwatch did DPS really well. Fuck you, Jet. I think 5v5 was a major issue. I think 5v5 was really, really detrimental to the game because I think it made the game feel empty, and it also like ruined, like, I mean, again, it all stems from the tank problem, right? See, this is the part where you go, good job, Chipsa. Go on, you can do it, you can do it. Well, it's like, they did 5v5 because the queue times for tanks were just way too long because no one wanted to play tank. Judge, jury, and then, like, what ended up happening was just, like, tank became, like, they had to make tank, like, a stupidly strong role because there was only one of them, right? And what they did is, again, they did it in the worst possible way by basically making the role like tank just became DPS, right? Like when you were playing a tank, you were just playing a DPS, but it just had more HP. That's it. you're just walking at people and just annihilating them 1v1. And it's like when you play Strange in this game, or you play Mag, or you play whatever character you want to say, it really doesn't feel like you just walk at people and just exist and kill them. And I think part of the problem as well is that Overwatch was originally designed around 2-2-2, right? Like, it's clearly balanced around 2v2, 2-2-2. So many of the tanks were designed to have synergies with each other. Like, I mean, this game, I would say to a lesser degree, but this game as well, it's like, like, with heroes like Zarya, it's like Zarya just functionally doesn't work as a solo tank. It just doesn't work. So, because of that, in order to make her into a solo tank, you have to overtune her like crazy. And then that leads to a whole host of other problems, because effectively you're just designing a character who's just ridiculously overtuned.
He did a fucking 360, did you see that?
Oh, it's a Jeff diff if I've ever seen one. Wait, you're not even on Jeff.
I have combo. Jeff, ready?
Kind of big, and also felt like shit, yeah.
I'm going now. Come.
It's just like 5v5, like 5v5 was the worst, was probably the worst decision they made. I think Brigitte's design and addition to the game was pretty close as well, but I think, like, in terms of one single decision, I think 5v5 was the single worst decision they've ever made. I think it was, looking back now, I wasn't really like super against it at first, but like, my god, the game feels so empty. Like really, like, the thing that made you realize how much worse it was this game coming out, right? And this game being 6v6 made you realize how much worse 5v5 feels in a hero shooter. Popular game. I mean, I don't know, like, creating live service games is like really fucking hard, right? Like maintaining the success of like creating a popular game is incredibly hard, and then maintaining it is also insanely difficult.
Can you head back? I can't see you. I got it.
And it's like they made choices in Overwatch's lifespan that were bad, and they did balance patches that were bad, but like, I feel like the game always had its charm, even with Brig and with Goats and with 222 and like Echo, etc. It always had its charm, and I feel like when it went 5v5, it lost its charm. Like, Overwatch 1 towards the end of its lifespan was really dog shit. Like, it was really bad. Because it was basically 2 years of the same shit. Like, no new content, no new heroes, no new maps for 2 years. Outside of deathmatch maps, right? Like, so we had nothing for 2 years. And then we got Overwatch 2, which felt better, and it probably was better initially because it felt so fresh. Everything felt new. But to me, Overwatch 2 transition had lost its charm. Like, just the way the game felt, the way the game looked, the way the game played, and with all the differences of tanks, it just felt like it lost its charm. And to me, I don't think it ever got it back.
I'm getting 17.
Yeah, but I'm getting 23, so think of it like a charity service, right? Like, you're helping the less fortunate, yeah. the British people.
Yeah. Yeah, the funny thing, the Eastern European is helping the British. Exactly,
that's the way it should be. How much LP are you on?
38.
Oof. Yeah, I'm on 45.
Yeah, because good for you. You need to climb.
I will. Don't worry. I'll play a few more games, and I'll maybe hit Celestial if I'm lucky.
Yeah, go and be lucky.
I mean, obviously, I think like for me, like, the Overwatch 2 was really like it almost like was designed for me to never like it, right? Like, I didn't like the change to 5v5. I didn't like the changes they made to all the tanks. And they turned my favorite hero into a tank. And it's like, you do all that. It's not so much that I dislike Tank Doomfist, because I did like Tank Doomfist. There was like things about him I liked. But like the biggest problem I had with Tank Doomfist was that if I pick Doomfist and then I get countered, I can't swap to my other heroes. Right? I can't swap to Genji, or I can't swap to Hanzo, right? Or Mei, or whatever it is I want to play. I'm forced to play another tank. Which sucks, because I don't play any of the tanks. The only tank I play is Doomfist. So it like triple fucked me in that way, right? Like it like omega quadruple fucked me. So that was one of the problems. That was one of the big problems I had with that game, with like Overwatch 2. Like it was always doomed for me to never like it, right? I feel. Get out of GM. I get out of GM just for you, Rengi. Where's your e-boyfriend? Where's Prism? Once you had no bans, you're playing against Cancer, you're pretty much fucked. I mean, bans would have fucked me because I was a Doom OTP. Like, I was always a Doom main, but like I was never an OTP, right? And then when I started playing Overwatch 2, I was just like a straight OTP because I just had no other hero pool, right?
My team is AFK. My team is so scared. My team is AFK. My team is so scared. My team is AFK. My team is so scared. My team is AFK. It's just bullshit. Hey, friends. We're both friends. Yeah. Hey, friends.